Well, I am so excited to be inside the Black Bunny Phantom because I've seen this for a while when it was in restoration, and now it's up and running, and well, not running, but what can you tell us about how this is different inside than other jets?
Well, obviously it's unique because it's a Phantom, and all Phantoms are generically the same, but this is an F-4S, and it was a modified version or an updated version of a F-4J, which was the Navy version of the airplane. And the things that made it an F-4S versus a J was it got leading edge slats, which made it more maneuverable. It got increased thrust, smokeless engines, and then they made some avionics updates to the airplane as well, so that it would better be able to look down, shoot down targets. So when you're shooting radar guided missiles, that would be there. But when you look at the cockpit, it's all generically, they're all kind of the same, right? So when you look in the center console, you have your basic flight instruments. So you'll have your ADI and your HSI. Then you'll have your engine instruments over here on the right. This is your hook lever. So that's how you lowered the hook. This is how you open and close, latch the canopy. And then as you went over to the left there, you'd have your gear handle up and down, your emergency jet for the canopy. That's what the yellow handle is there on the far left. And then as you look down here to the bottom, this is the ejection handles so that you could get out. And then you start getting into the avionics and the radar, or the radios rather. So here's your transponder, and then you get into your UHF and UHF radio and your ADF radios. Then as you're going across the center, your basic oil pressure hydraulic gauges. It's a McDonnell-Douglas product, you know. Hydraulic fluid is life for this thing. And the hydraulic system actually was fairly complicated. Not uncommon for have hydraulic failures in a Phantom. I think the old guys will talk to you. I just know it's similar. I flew Eagles and the hydraulic systems were designed the same. The utility hydraulic failure, you're coming back and doing an arrested landing for an Air Force guy on land, but you lower the hook. For a Navy guy, no big deal. Fly the thing onto the deck, take the hook. That's the way every day was. But so as you look around the cockpit, and the biggest thing, I find this of interest, this is basically the bombing site. The Navy version of the airplane didn't have a internal gun, so if it had a gun on the airplane, it would be in a gun pod. But the way that you would reflect the sight on the combining glass here would reflect up, and this is everything that you're putting in there. And you can have some steering displayed up in the sighting device, and then this would control the depression of the reticle, and this was manual bombing. It's not like today where you have a laser or GPS. You dialed in mils is what we called it. I did a little bit. This is real early in my career. We would dial mils just to learn. But you know, by the time I started flying in the late 80s, early 90s, everything was computed. But in this airplane, you dial the mils, you dive, pipper, pickle.
You had to do so
steep.
much at the same time, basically, flying and getting that target.
Yeah, so you had to be the man as far as bombing, and there were guys that were great at it, and you know, a lot of guys were just average. But it took practice. But so
how fast did this go?
It was capable of going to Mach 2.2. It had variable ramp inlets that you see here. Over 17,000 pounds of thrust on the upgraded engines. And then down low, I mean, this thing would be a 600 knot airplane. It's fast. I mean, it's got enough thrust to go. It burns a lot of gas when you're doing that. So you won't go very far. But it's a fighter, you know, and with the leading edge slats, it was more maneuverable. It's not an F-15, it's not an F-16 or an F-18, you know, it's a complete generation prior. So, but what you'll find, if you looked in an F-15, for instance, it won't look much different than this. And just the addition of a HUD, but the basics, canopy, engine instruments, G meter, hydraulic oil pressure gauges, you know, throttles. It's amazing how similar. It's an airplane, so it's good stuff. But this is a look inside of a Phantom F-4S, and this is an armament control panel. I mean, this is how you would tell the bombs what interval they were going to go, the timing that they would come off, and it's all manual. Nowadays, you know, we just do it all on screen, so it's good stuff.
Very impressive. And remember, you guys can come every Open Cockpit Day. We have it twice a year. When's the next one coming up?
Next one's Saturday, Labor Day weekend, so I believe that's August 30th this year.
Mark your calendar, because this is a rare treat that we get every Open Cockpit.